make a deal with Greece regarding F-35 sale?
Say it?
Are you willing to make a deal with Greece regarding F-35?
So Greece and I and my people, and we have a whole group of people, and as you see, they brought a lot of great representatives from Greece that we've been dealing with. We have a tremendous Greek population, over 3 million people, as I understand it. That's fantastic. I really feel I know most of them. I think I know all of them, come to think of it. But it's a great population in the United States. We're going to be meeting, we're going to be talking, we're going to be negotiating, and we're going to be making a lot of deals. We have a really great relationship with this.
Let me add something to that. Greece is interested, Mr. President, in participating in the F-35 program. As you know, we are already upgrading our F-16s, and that program will be completed in 2023, 2024. So we're very much interested in participating in the F-35 program after that. And I'm sure that the U.S. will take into consideration the fact that this country is coming out of an economic crisis in terms of structuring the program in the best possible way for my country.
That's true. And, you know, they just signed a very big renovation of existing aircraft. They have great aircraft, but it's gotten a little bit tired. And they've done a renovation that's going to bring it up to brand new. And we look forward to doing that. A couple of our great companies are doing it. Yeah?
How do you feel about the idea of supposed withdrawal from Iraq being a possibility? Isn't that something Soleimani actually wanted all these years?
Well, it's something that I want too. I mean, eventually they have to be able to defend themselves and take care of themselves. And it's something ultimately that I want to see. We don't want to be there forever. We want to be able to get out. I didn't want to be there in the first place, to be honest, and everybody knows that. That was when I was a civilian, I said it. But we were there, and they made a decision, and I disagreed with that decision very strongly. But we're there now. We've done a great job. We've gotten rid of the caliphate. 100% of the caliphate is gone, and which is ISIS. We have thousands of ISIS prisoners that we're keeping right now under lock and key, and we want Europe to take many of these prisoners because they came from Germany, France, and other places. Probably a few from Greece, in all fairness. We'll have to talk to you about that.
None from Greece so far.
You're lucky. You're lucky. But we have a lot of people right now in prison, ISIS fighters that are tough fighters, and they are where they should be. So I think we've done a fantastic job. But eventually, we want to be able to let Iraq run its own affairs, and that's very important. So at some point, we want to get out. But this isn't the right point. The other thing is, if we do get out, you know, we've spent a tremendous amount of money on building airports and building, it's one of the largest embassies we have in the world, Mike. And we want to be reimbursed for the various costs that we have had, and they're very significant. But we'll work something out. And I talk sanctions, but I'm only talking sanctions if we're not treated with respect. We have to be treated with respect. We deserve, I'll tell you what, with what we did, excuse me, wait, 1 second. With what we did with ISIS, and this was done during my administration, because it was a mess before we got here. With what we did with ISIS, we've done the Middle East and we've done a lot of other countries a tremendous favor. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you agree with the Turkish provocations in Libya, in Eastern Mediterranean, against Greece? And are you willing to talk to your friend Erdogan?
We are talking to him, and we're talking to, when you're talking about Libya, we're discussing with President Erdogan. We're discussing with many other countries. I just spoke with the Chancellor of Germany, with Angela, and we talked about that subject specifically, Libya, what's going on. We'll be talking to Russia. They're involved. A lot of countries are involved with respect to Libya. And it's right now a mess. But there are a lot of countries, and they all want to know where we stand, and they do know where we stand. We have a very distinctive stand, and we have meetings set up, and we're going to see if we can work out some kind of a plan for peace.
I think it's important. Just Mr. President, can I just make one point on this issue? I think it is important to point out that the agreement signed between Turkey and Libya infringe upon Greece's sovereign rights and essentially cause great concern and instability in a region which is already highly problematic. So we'd be very much looking to your support to make sure that these types of provocative agreements are not being put into place And I think we should refrain, in general, in the Eastern Mediterranean, for any sort of activity that inflames passions and that doesn't, promote regional peace and security. So we'll be very much looking forward to your support on this issue, because it is a very important issue for my country.
Mr. President, the Iraqi government says it expects U.S. forces to leave the country after the letter that it received, General Mark Milley said, by mistake yesterday. What do you say to the Iraqi government about the possibility of U.S. forces leaving based on that letter?
Well, I don't know anything about that letter. The letter was sent, and I understand it was an unsigned letter. So I could maybe let Mike speak to it. I don't know if that letter was a hoax, or was it unsigned, or what?
But the Iraqi government is saying they're taking you at your word. They expect U.S. forces to leave.
Well, I think it's the worst thing that can happen to Iraq. If we leave, that would mean that Iran would have a much bigger foothold, and the people of Iraq do not want to see Iran running the country. That I can tell you. So we'll see how it all works out. I know it's going to work out well for us, because at some point we want to be able to get out. We want to bring our soldiers back home. I will say that we have had tremendous support from the people of Iraq, appreciating what we've done, and they don't want to see Iran go into Iraq. But they're neighbors, and over a period of years, something will happen. We'll see what that is. But what was said yesterday, I didn't know about. I really don't know about it. What is that, Mike? What exactly was that?
I just know that there was a draft letter that was
a draft unsigned.
Unsigned letter.
And the media knew that,
was,
so,
they
but they
knew
don't
it,
like to say that. Yeah.
The Iraqi people understand that we're there to help them stand up their sovereignty.
The Iraqi people were not happy when the suggestion was made yesterday that we were thinking about leaving at some point. They were not happy, but at some point we will want to leave.
Quick different topic.